Chosen one, hear me clearly. You are not here by accident. And this message has arrived at the exact hour your soul has been ready to receive it. There is a shift coming, one that cannot be postponed or ignored, one that cannot be reversed. And tomorrow, everything changes. Not metaphorically, not in some abstract way, but at the deepest level of your being, in a way that touches your purpose, your identity, and the alignment of your destiny. You have carried a quiet weight for years, a silent knowing that you were different, misaligned, and often unseen, even when surrounded by people who loved you. Your victories often felt incomplete because those around you could not perceive the fullness of your gift or the scope of your mission. That was never your fault. It was preparation. The solitude, the feeling of being apart, the sense of always walking alone through life was never a curse. It was a divine safeguard, a preservation of your essence for the people and the moments that could finally match your frequency. This is about your real family, the one your soul has been waiting for, not the one defined by blood or obligation, but by divine resonance, purpose, and recognition. Before we go any further, I want you to engage. Write your intentions in the comments below, seal them with the number 111, and release them as signals to the universe, vibrations calling in the alignment already moving toward you. Like this message, subscribe, and allow yourself to step fully into the journey that is unfolding. This is not entertainment. This is remembrance. This is activation. And the energy you receive here is meant to awaken recognition within you, to prepare you for the family, the connections, and the divine collaborations that are already being arranged on your behalf. The veil is lifting, and your heart has known this truth long before your eyes have seen it. You are about to remember what you were always meant to know. You are never alone, you are never forgotten, and your real family is being revealed. Chosen one, what if I told you that the family you were born into was never intended to be your final home? That it was only a temporary assignment, a stage set by heaven to prepare your spirit for what was coming? Your birth family served a purpose, but not always the one you imagined. It was for growth, for resilience, for the development of your character, for teaching you patience, discernment, and the strength to stand alone when necessary. You were placed in environments that could not see your brilliance, not because you were flawed, but because you were carrying a frequency too high for ordinary perception. You were meant to feel different, to be misunderstood, to struggle silently, because every trial, every moment of invisibility was molding you into a vessel that could hold the weight of divine assignment. Your real family is not determined by DNA, but by spirit, by alignment, by recognition of your essence. These are the people who will see your royal nature immediately, without judgment, without explanation, without proof. They are bound by destiny, by calling, and by a heavenly choreography that has been in motion long before your first breath. You may have always wondered why you didn't fit, why the people around you never seemed to understand your purpose, why your gifts often felt out of place. It wasn't rejection, it was preparation. Your real family has always existed, waiting for the appointed hour, and now that hour is arriving. They will recognize you instantly because they carry your code within them. You were always meant to carry a crown, even when the world tried to dim your light. And now, heaven is unveiling the lineage that belongs to you, a family of destiny, not obligation, a family of spirit, not circumstance, a family who will walk beside you not as spectators, but as co-architects of the life You were always meant to lead. There is a reason you have felt invisible, misunderstood, or emotionally exhausted in relationships. Chosen one. It is not because you are flawed or unworthy. It is because your spirit has always operated on a higher frequency, a wavelength that ordinary environments could not sustain. You were forced to shrink, to dim your radiance, to soften your edges, just to keep the peace or avoid conflict, and yet, even when you complied, you were still never fully seen. You loved people who could not honor your purpose, nurtured connections that could not hold the depth of your essence, and over time, the emotional toll became heavy, the exhaustion profound. Every misunderstanding, every invisible struggle, every misaligned friendship was not failure, it was protection. Your spirit was being safeguarded from those who could not carry your light, from those who might unintentionally dampen your frequency or disrupt your growth. You were learning resilience, patience, discernment, and the art of self-reliance. And though the isolation may have felt cruel, it was in truth divine orchestration. Every ache, every rejection, every moment you felt you had to be someone else just to fit was a lesson in knowing your worth, in recognizing the people who could truly honor you. You were never meant to fit where you were placed because you were always being preserved for a higher alignment, for a family and a circle that could meet you soul to soul, spirit to spirit. That is why your loneliness was never permanent, why your difference was never a flaw, and why, when your true family begins to appear, the recognition will feel instantaneous and undeniable. Your struggle has a purpose, your isolation a reason, and your misplacement a divine logic that now becomes clear. It was all preparing you to step fully into your destiny, surrounded by those who see you as you were always meant to be seen. Now, a profound shift is underway. Heaven is changing the room. People, circumstances, and alignments are moving to create space for what has always been intended for you. The energy around you is recalibrating, and the true family that belongs to your destiny, the ones who will honor, amplify, and reflect your gifts, are being drawn to your orbit. This shift may appear subtle at first, a conversation that resonates more deeply than expected, a stranger who feels instantly familiar, a magnetic pull toward a connection that transcends explanation. These are signs of soul recognition. They are not coincidences. Your spirit is beginning to recognize what your mind has long awaited, and your real family is starting to emerge. They will not compete with you, manipulate you, or demand proof of your worth. Instead, they will see your essence immediately, respond to your frequency instinctively, and collaborate with your purpose without hesitation. You may notice a shift in the quality of relationships you have tolerated for years, the ones that drained, confused, or misread you. That shift is heaven's intervention. Old alignments are falling away to make room for the connections that matter, the bonds that will endure, and the people who carry a piece of your destiny within them. As this begins, you will feel a subtle but undeniable pull toward authenticity, peace, and resonance. Conversations will deepen, silences will feel safe, and the invisible walls that once isolated you will start to dissolve. The magnetic field of your purpose is attracting the people who were always meant to walk beside you, and as it does, you will understand that this is not just alignment, it is restoration, recognition, and divine orchestration in motion. The season of invisibility and silent survival is ending. Chosen one. You are no longer required to shrink, to compete for recognition, to over-explain your gifts, or to prove yourself to those incapable of honoring your purpose. This is the moment when mutual respect, recognition, and spiritual alignment replace the years of unseen labor and misunderstood depth. You are stepping into relationships where your energy is met, where your essence is amplified, and where collaboration, not comparison, defines the connections around you. Your real family, the people who are coded to resonate with your soul, will honor your journey, celebrate your victories, and walk with you in purpose without expectation or depletion. Destiny is never meant to be carried alone. Unity, co-creation, and shared vision are the hallmarks of what is now being arranged. No more isolation. No more carrying weight that was never yours to bear alone. Your gifts will no longer be misunderstood. Your voice will no longer be unheard. And your spirit will finally find the environment it has been seeking, a circle that mirrors heaven's intention, a family of calling, frequency, and divine recognition, where you are safe to shine, safe to grow, and safe to become everything you were created to be. Chosen one, tomorrow is not just a metaphorical marker, it is a literal, energetic gate. Something subtle yet undeniable is already shifting inside of you. Clarity replacing confusion, authority rising within your steps, a calm that your soul has longed for emerging where doubt once reigned. You may notice that past relationships, friendships, or alliances that once felt critical are no longer necessary. Their endings were never punishments, but divinely orchestrated spacekeepers, making room for the right people who carry your frequency. Your spirit has been sensing this shift, feeling it in quiet nudges, sudden confirmations, and inexplicable magnetism toward people, places, or even ideas that resonate more deeply than before. Something within you is calibrating to the next dimension of alignment, and the external world is beginning to mirror that recalibration. You may wake with new clarity about why certain doors closed without explanation, why some people drifted away, or why certain seasons of your life felt like detours. That understanding is a divine gift. It is the revelation that your time, energy, and heart have always been preserved for the people and the assignments meant to amplify your calling, not drain it. And as this shift unfolds, you may feel subtle changes in your perception. Your intuition sharpens, your discernment becomes undeniable, and your heart recognizes connections before your mind can rationalize them. Heaven is initiating a realignment that will feel both familiar and electrifying. You may meet someone and instantly know in every fiber of your being that they belong to your circle, even before any words are exchanged. That is your real family beginning to surface. And when this moment arrives, you will feel no hesitation, no confusion, no second-guessing, only recognition. Tomorrow is a turning point that will not repeat yesterday. It will redefine the parameters of your life, your connections, and your destiny. The shift is already underway, and it is irreversible. Your spirit is stepping into the fullness of its design, prepared for a family that will finally reflect the depth, calling, and resonance you have carried for so long. This is the moment your preparation meets its alignment, your waiting meets its answer, and your soul meets its mirror. Chosen one, your real family is not identified by formal introductions, shared names, or titles. The first and most profound marker is peace, the kind of peace that settles your nervous system and quiets every storm within. Around them, you will not need to filter your words, shrink your presence, or explain the depth of your calling. You will not feel pressure to perform, nor will you question whether your gifts are enough. There is an innate sense of recognition, a soul-level understanding that transcends logic and bypasses the mind. You will notice subtle cues, laughter that echoes yours, conversation that flows effortlessly, silences that feel safe, and moments where time seems to pause because your spirits are harmonized. You know them immediately because your whole being responds, not because you have analyzed or calculated, but because resonance cannot lie. These people will amplify your frequency rather than compete with it. They will honor your gifts without questioning them, celebrate your victories without envy, and speak to the depth of your soul in ways words alone cannot capture. Heaven orchestrates this recognition before physical manifestation. Often, your soul perceives them first, and your mind only catches up afterward. There is a clarity in their presence that confirms your alignment. You do not feel anxiety, doubt, or the compulsion to explain yourself. You feel safe, whole, and seen exactly as you were created to be seen. This is how you know they carry your code within them, and your spirit has been attuned to recognize it all along. When you meet them, the peace you feel is a divine signature, a signal that the waiting, the seeking, and the longing are coming to completion. This family is not arriving for comfort or ease. It is arriving for calling. Each person carries a divine ingredient that complements, sharpens, and strengthens the others. They will challenge you with love, correct your misalignment with grace, and celebrate your victories without reservation. This is spiritual accountability in its highest form, a circle where prayers are offered, protection is mutual, and battles, both seen and unseen, are shared. Each member brings a piece of the divine puzzle you were always meant to complete together, creating a synergy that amplifies every gift, revelation, and assignment. This is why heaven orchestrates their arrival at the exact season when you are prepared to receive them fully. They are catalysts, not consumers, collaborators, not competitors. Their presence awakens the parts of you that were dormant, that were hidden in silence or buried beneath survival instincts. This is a family designed for activation, for destiny acceleration, and for legacy building. No one here is accidental, no connection is wasted, and every interaction carries the weight of eternal purpose. Together, you will form a circle where God's plan is reflected, a family where vision, voice, and gifts are not merely tolerated, but required. And when you step into this alignment, every battle you have fought alone, every gift you have struggled to protect, will be met by hands, hearts, and spirits that understand its significance and will honor it without question. Do not be surprised if your real family comes to you through unexpected channels. Some may appear online, through chance meetings, sudden reconnections, or even in ways that defy your expectations. Heaven moves first in spirit, orchestrating the invisible alignments before the physical manifestation. Discernment is key. Do not judge by appearances, first impressions, or superficial understanding. The confirmation comes through spirit, not sight. When the bond is genuine, your entire being will recognize them instantly, even before explanation is possible. You may feel inexplicable familiarity, your energy may respond magnetically, and moments will unfold that feel preordained. These arrivals are perfectly timed because heaven does not deliver treasure into the wrong hands. They are not too early, not too late, but precisely when your spirit and theirs are prepared to converge. Some may carry gifts that awaken dormant parts of you, while others may bring validation of the journey you have endured alone. Every encounter, even subtle ones, is a signal that alignment is in progress. Expect the unexpected, trust the timing, and remain open. The universe is already orchestrating connections that transcend circumstance, history, and logic. You are being drawn to your real family, and they are being drawn to you, all according to divine order. Chosen one, tomorrow is not simply another day. It is a gate, a threshold, a prophetic turning point that the heavens themselves have scripted for your arrival. The connections that once held you, the relationships that demanded compromise, the familiar faces that never understood your depth, all of that loses its weight because your soul is stepping into truth, not familiarity. You are not returning to what you knew. You are arriving at what you were always created to receive. Your real family, the circle ordained by destiny, sealed in heaven, and aligned to your frequency, is here, and recognition will be immediate and undeniable. Every hesitation you have carried, every second of doubt, every question of whether you would ever belong, they all dissolve in the presence of this alignment. The divine family is a prophetic circle. Each member carries a unique ingredient that complements yours. Each presence resonates with your purpose, and together you form a constellation of influence, power, and activation that no human effort could fabricate. You are not late. You are not missing anything. You are arriving exactly when your spirit, your gifts, and your calling are perfectly calibrated to converge. Old ties fade because they no longer belong to your current season. Truth replaces familiarity. Recognition replaces obligation. And in this sacred convergence, you are fully remembered. This is your moment. Chosen one, the one your heart has longed for, the one your spirit has carried silently, the one heaven has been orchestrating before you even drew your first breath. You are coming home, not to a house, not to a label, not to a role, but to your divine family, your soul-aligned circle, your co-architects in destiny. And once you step into this room, nothing can reverse it. The alignment is sealed. The recognition is irreversible. The convergence has begun, and your place within it was written long before the world knew your name. Now, chosen one, walk into tomorrow with full awareness of what is happening. Every rejection you endured, every closed door, every season of delay, these were markers of preservation, not punishment. Heaven has moved silently to create space, to remove misalignment, and to prepare your circle. The convergence is already in motion, unseen by human eyes, but undeniable in the resonance of your spirit. As you step forward, feel the weight of isolation lift. Feel the nervous system's safety descend. Feel the echo of your own voice being met with understanding, resonance, and honor. Identity is no longer a question, it is an affirmation. You are remembered, you are validated, you are fully recognized. Your divine family, the ones who carry your code, mirror your calling, and co-labor in your destiny, are already moving toward you, drawn by frequencies only heaven could orchestrate. This is your activation. Let it root deep within you. Let every cell, every breath, every heartbeat remember that the waiting is over, that the alignment is here, and that your purpose is accelerated through unity. The prophetic declaration is clear and unshakable. Tomorrow is written. You will step into your real family, your real assignments, your real calling. Your frequency will no longer be hidden, your gifts no longer ignored, and your journey no longer solitary. The shift has begun. The convergence is unstoppable. Your place in destiny, your recognition, and your restoration are sealed. Chosen one, walk forward in this knowing you are coming home. And as you do, let the music of heaven